The reason why Samuel Deebo should join 5 major teams. If you're good at your craft, your work will definitely speak for you and take you places. In this video, we'll reveal various reasons why Samuel Deebo should join 5 major teams. So, this video will be exciting. Stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. The 26-year-old Samuel Deebo has grown to be a dynamic weapon for the 49ers this season. Samuel is the 49ers' third-year receiver and has impeccable ability to effectively rush the ball and use his speed along the outside to prevent a dangerous receiving threat on the field. But this season, he has put everything together in a way that has made him invaluable. Let's take a look at his stats and see what he has accomplished this season. Keep watching to find out. Samuel has 1,088 receiving yards on 61 receptions, 5 of which have gone for scores. He has also rushed 39 times for 269 yards and scored 7 times on the ground. Meanwhile, Samuel not only leads the team in receiving yards with 1,088, but he also paces the squad with 7 rushing touchdowns this year. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, a player has never led his team in receiving yards and rushing touchdowns in the same season. I think that makes Samuel's ability much more impressive because he did all that in a season. A few weeks ago, Samuel expressed his lack of contentment with his team when he unfollowed the team's official social media account and wiped out all the updates that had 49ers mentions. Subsequently, he requested a trade in April from the 49ers for unclear reasons. I don't think anyone can blame him for seeking juicier opportunities. He is an embodiment of talents, and whichever team he ends up with will be so lucky. While the reasons for this request remain unclear, we shouldn't dismiss the fact that the wages are also a contributory factor. All I know is whichever team he decides to join, he's better off going for the best. Now let's look at potential teams that won't only pay high, but will also allow him to put his abilities to good use. Top on the list is Kansas City Chiefs. It is no longer news that they lost one of their most treasured players, Tyreek Hill, to Miami Dolphins. The void Hill leaves is significant. He caught 343 passes for 4,854 yards and 43 touchdowns in just 4 seasons. Mahomes says, "We'll have to find production in different ways than we did last year because Tyreek was such a big part of our offense." Since Hill's absence will leave a gaping hole in the Kansas City Chiefs offense, isn't that a perfect way for Samuel to bring on his A game? He can request to be traded off with the Kansas City Chiefs. The same way Hill caught 343 passes in 4 seasons for the team in 4 years, Samuel has 1,008 receiving yards. On top of that, he's one of only 6 players to have rushed more than 200 yards in a season and tallied at least 1,000 receiving yards in a season, according to StatHead. With these stats, Samuel won't be a square peg in a round hole in the Kansas City Chiefs after Hill's departure. Next team on the list is the Detroit Lions. One of the biggest weaknesses for the Detroit Lions last year, and for now, is the lack of pressure from the defense. After Tyrell Williams and Breshad Perriman left the team, things have been bumpy. The Detroit Lions are still a team that desperately needs upgrades, depth, and better health. However, the team chose to stay put with Jared Goff. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is certainly up for debate. On the one hand, Goff had a bad first half to his first season with the Lions. There were times when he genuinely looked like the worst quarterback in the NFL, but that changed in the second half of the season. The result of that made the Lions win some games. But will Goff live up to another year of heavy expectations? This is not the whole story. It's going to get even crazier. Keep watching. Detroit has an out in Goff's contract after the 2022 season, and they could use it if they feel Goff isn't up to the challenge of being this team's starting quarterback in the future. If Goff thrives in 2022, the Lions have their man, and they can continue along their path with a giant piece of the team sewed up. Whether or not Goff will thrive is still limited to potential. There are possibilities he won't meet up. Here's exactly where Samuel comes in. He's talented in this area. In no time, the combination of these 2 players will record massive wins. I like the thought of Samuel and Goff playing together. Another team is the New York Jets. Samuel has a better chance with the New York Jets after star receivers Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams land new contracts with the Dolphins and Raiders respectively. Deebo's timing in the middle of his contract to seek a trade-off with the 49ers is perfect if he is hell-bent on signing a deal that would smash all wide receiver precedents, especially if he knows that the 49ers are extremely unlikely to be the team that gives it to him at any point. Deebo's timing is ideal if he wants outsiders to understand that his value is unique and also uniquely impermanent based on the shots his body took as Shanahan's exceedingly versatile wide receiver / running back blend last season. Samuel is indeed an electric talent and one of the top weapons in the NFL. But there will be competition for his services if he's made available, and now that he is available, the New York Jets are one of such teams that will provide more financial stronghold to him than the 49ers, who are working around a specific cap. Since the New York Jets have worked with high-end players like Tyreek Hill, they know the value of talent and will pay Samuel what he's worth without holding back. However, he won't come cheap either. Tyreek Hill and Davante Adams' new deals, $30 million and $28.25 million respectively, have reset the wide receiver market. So Samuel will likely seek a deal at or near that price range. The Jets have more than enough draft capital to make a splash move, so why not? Samuel could land a spot with the Green Bay Packers as well. Davante Adams of the Green Bay Packers walks out of the field after defeating Cleveland Browns 24-22 on December 25, 2021. Davante Adams told sources he was looking for a long-term deal with the Packers, but to his dismay, the Green Bay Packers have sent Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Pack put a franchise tag on Adams weeks ago. This one-year franchise tag contract upset him to the point of refusing to play in 2022 for the Packers. Luckily for Adams, however, the Raiders gave Adams a 5-year, $141.25 million contract, giving him the long-term deal he wanted. You won't believe what happened next. Shortly after, the Packs also threw their hat in the ring, offering to pay Adams equally to what the Raiders were paying. While that looks like a lost cause already, Samuel will be a perfect alternative in Adams' absence. He literally operates the same way as Adams, although not as experienced as Adams, but he will do amazingly well too. The Las Vegas Raiders are another potential team. Following the shocking Davante Adams trade, Las Vegas Raiders now have an impressive offense. Adding a hybrid weapon like Samuel to the incredible stable of traditional receivers, backs, and tight ends the Raiders already have could make them a top 3 offense in the NFL. Having Adams and Samuel in a team will be a delight to watch. The fact on the ground seems a little contrasting, as Lynch says the team hasn't traded Samuel, and he will be part of the 49ers this season. Well, it doesn't look like Samuel is staying from the look of things. Fans of Raiders are already eager to have Samuel on their team, as most of them have noticed that Samuel has been following a lot of Raider players on Instagram recently. Whichever way, time will tell. That will be all for today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel.